Friday will mark a full year since Russian troops invaded Ukraine. Since the first attack, nearly 10 million people, mostly women and children, have rushed to escape the fighting. Most have poured into neighboring Poland.
Jay Gray spent a month along the border giving us an up-close look at the humanitarian crisis as the war began, and he is back there this morning with an update on the situation. Jay, good morning.
Dave, Maureen, good morning to you. And right along the border here at the Medyka border crossing, the pace has obviously changed from almost a year ago. This is the busiest of the crossings between Poland and the Ukraine. More than 1 million refugees have poured through these gates. We know that right now they are, as I said, continuing to come. We check in with some who made the trip. They have teamed up with a mom and daughter who were in Ukraine and moved to Poland long before the war started. They are all now focused on taking care of each other and their homeland.
As a line works its way inside this makeshift warehouse, visitors are met by difficult images and the latest information from their battered homeland. They escaped the fighting, but for so many Ukrainian refugees, emotions are still raw.
Pain and fear, pain and fear. This is the scariest things going on now.
They find safety and support, food, clothes and medicine in this clearinghouse of sorts. Donations gathered and handed out by the humanitarian group Uniners, founded by Victoria Baltrin and her mom, Ukrainians already living in Poland a year ago when Russian troops invaded their homeland.
How we cannot do this, this is our country. This is where our heart belongs. And we needed to do something.
The center is staffed by refugee volunteers like Artem.
I'm only 16. No one will give me a machine gun, so here I am.
He escaped Dnipro, his hometown, now in ruins. Providing basic essentials for fellow refugees is just one small part of the Uniners' mission.
90% of our help is going to Ukraine.
In a back room, volunteers tie together camouflage nets, the white, to hide tanks and missile systems in the snow. Upstairs, a doctor and driver piece together medical field kits they'll take to the front lines. The Uniners have also delivered boots, backpacks, even drones. Ukrainian soldiers grateful for the support that the Uniners promise will continue in Ukraine and Poland for as long as there's a need.
Yeah, and look, just some perspective on the ongoing crisis. We know that a third of the entire population of the country of Ukraine has been forced from their homes. About 5 million or so of those displaced are still in country with nowhere to go. For those who have escaped, Dave and Maureen, 86% of the refugees are women and children.
And Jay, what do we expect in the months coming here with the indications the fighting will intensify?
Yeah, David, look, I think that most believe that the numbers of those coming across border crossings like this one is going to grow. We know that right now about 20,000 a day are still coming from Ukraine to Poland. But as the fighting intensifies, as the weather clears and there's an easier way to get out, we expect the numbers to grow again. A lot of people focus on this war, but not those that are trapped in the crossfire, and that humanitarian crisis is still ongoing, has been for almost a full year.
Yeah. Jay Gray, incredible information and behind-the-scenes look. Thank you.